All right then, hello and welcome to something a little new. I'm just trying to get everything to work, which hopefully it is doing. So, if you haven't seen the recent developments in the past week or so, we have brought an end to the Manchester United career mode. I didn't really want to end it, I just didn't feel like it was the best to continue it because we were just going down and down and rather than up and up, which is where we wanted to be aiming with the team in the third season. So we are going to start something completely brand new, and it will be a Road to Glory career mode. Now, there is a couple of twists that I will announce straight out the gate. We're going to be doing this slightly differently than the Manchester United career mode, at least for the first few seasons. We will be doing it slightly differently. What I'm going to be doing in terms of games is I still will play the 4 games that I usually play within the episode, but also we're going to be simming 2 games as well because we need to start. We need to really try and progress quite quickly, but also I don't feel like playing every game of a 46 game season along with cup games and that. So once we get past the championship, whatever, if we ever get to that point, fingers crossed we do. Once we get to the Premier League, I'll start playing every game again. But up as we go up to the Premier League, I may be simming a few just to try and save a bit of time and get a bit of movement going. So, without further ado, let's load into the new career. Now, before we start, of course, we have to have a manager. We have to have a manager, don't we? So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new manager. Now, as we go, you'll probably see what I'm going to do with the manager. And if you watched the Manchester United career mode, I ain't going to name him just yet, but if you watch the Manchester United career mode, you will be probably aware we're not going to use Theo Johnson. Theo Johnson's still not fully confident after the spell at Manchester United. He doesn't feel confident to come back into managing yet. So we're going to switch it up a little bit. If I can find the right customizations, it would be nice. But it might not look exact. I just want to make that clear. It might not look exact, but we'll try our best to get as close as we can. There is a man who deserves a bit of recognition for what he did in the Manchester United series, and I feel like he's the man we should use as the manager because he didn't really get enough time in the Manchester United squad, and it's not going to look exact. It's not going to look perfect. I know that. I'm going to try and get it as close as I can to the man that I want to try and use, but it won't be exact if I'm being real with you. I'm trying my best here. And you'll notice when we get to a certain part who I'm trying to make, but it's not going to be to the exact detail. But we will try and get it as best we can. And this is where you'll probably figure it out. And I'll try and get the hair as close as possible. But it's not that. It's not that. I'm trying to find the correct hair. Maybe he's had a hairstyle change. Maybe along the way he had a hairstyle change. I think it's this. We'll go with this. That looks good enough for me. And a bit of facial hair I think he had as well. Not too much though, but a little bit. And it's not exact, and I will maybe go back after the episode and get it as best I can. But it's probably not to exact detail just yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to... It may be quite a bit off actually, but we'll go with it. And he supports his club. He supports his club on the sidelines. But if you are obviously an avid viewer, put jeans on. He comes casual. He doesn't. In fact, no, yeah, he comes casual. This man doesn't stress. So I got one outfit accessory, and the outfit accessory is none. Okay. Yeah, this man just chilling. Man's just chilling. Doesn't take any shit really, but just kind of relaxes. You know, gets on with his day. And that man is none other. You'll see who it is. If I've done the customization wrong, I will go back and obviously fix little bits. But it's quite close. And it is a man who, like I said, never got a big go in this career mode for Manchester United. So we are gonna be making a man who I wish I could have done more with, and I don't want to lose in terms of the story. It's not really a story, but you know, I don't want to lose him. So we'll try our best to create him. We'll do a better job of it. It'll be a bit more on next episode. I will do proper customization with him, but I don't want to waste too much time messing around with the customization. But we'll get it a bit closer to what he really is. I think it's not too bad, you know. It's a little tall, but that's the only real issue. The height is the only issue. You can't change the height of the manager. So, but I think it looks a bit like him. And obviously, if we need to change things, we can change things. That's the beauty of it. But it is going to be Jabu Tshabalala to manage this new team. Now, you might be asking, what new team are we going to be using in this Road to Glory career mode? And if you're not asking, then you should be, because that's the whole point. But we will get the voting up. Bear with me a moment, and I will tell you the results. There's one result I do know already. And of course, well, I know two results. One is the winner, and one is the something else. So taking a look at the results then. So I want to special thank you real quick to everyone who voted in this poll. There's been a total of 25 votes, which is more than I expected to get on this poll, but I appreciate everyone who put a vote in. Now, reading the results, we're going to go from bottom to top, least to most. So in 5th place was Rochdale. The sob story I put out with Rochdale on the video did not grab anyone's attention because there was no votes for Rochdale, so Rochdale will not be the team we're using. In 4th place, another team that I thought might get a bit more votes than what it did, but didn't. And the one that I voted for, I'll be real, I'll be straight up with you guys, I voted for this one. With 4 votes, it was Newport County. I thought we'd get a bit more with that, but not to be, not to be. 3rd place was a team that I have used before in career mode, but it only finished 3rd in the poll here, in the straw poll. It was 3rd place with Bradford City, with just 5 votes. Now, there's 2 votes to separate the top 2, and if you've not kept up, it's Crawley and Hartlepool, who are it's out of the 2 of those that we'll be using. But who will it be, you might be asking, with 7 votes in 2nd place? It was Crawley Town, so we have our club for the Road to Glory with 9 votes in 1st place. It is Hartlepool United, and we are going with them. And it is, of course, a 1-star club. Domestic success low, continental success very low, brand exposure very low, financial very high, and youth development low. I should say financial is just high rather than very high. But Hartlepool United, established 1908, founded in 1908. Hartlepool is based in Hartlepool, of course. They currently compete in the EFL League 2, the 4th tier in the Football League system of England. So that is the team we will be using. So without any further ado, let's load into this and see where we're at. We've got to create the stadium. I forgot about this. Alright, well, a bit of creation. I don't know how to make it look exactly like the Hartlepool Stadium, but I'll get the name and I'll kind of do our own decoration on it, if that makes sense. Now, what is it? Oh, okay. It's a stadium name that has a sponsor name, but we're going to go for the old name in Hartlepool. So first of all, I don't know if you can upgrade this later on. I hope you can, but we're going to go with, probably should go with a small, what capacity does it have in real life? We'll go something similar capacity. We'll go with Town Park, good old Town Park. And instead of being called Town Park, it's going to be called Victoria Park, because that is the name of the place. It's actually called the Suit Direct Stadium, based off a sponsorship, but we ain't doing that sponsorship stuff. I'm not calling it Suit Direct Stadium, no offense to the sponsor. I don't know who I'd be offending, but you know, Victoria Park is what we're going with. And that is the customization here, or is it just picking the stadium? It's just picking the stadium. Got it. Stands. Stadium color, we're gonna go with a nice. What do we go with? We can go dual color. I'm just saying. I would say just black and white, really, but I don't know if that's kind of boring, isn't it? Where is black and white? Anyways, is it down at the bottom? We'll go with that, I think. I kind of want white and black actually, with the white more prominent. We'll go with that. And the seat color will be with the with the background. I think we should go for black seats. Oh no, we shouldn't. No, we shouldn't. We'll go with white seats. Just didn't look right. Now, for the pitch, the grass, the groundsman likes it in a weird way. He likes it Scottish, so we'll go in the tartan, and with the pitch lines, we'll keep them white. With the colour, it's a bit faded. It's not too bad. Olive green. And then the nets will be checkered black and white, and we will keep them as they are for now. So at least there's not too much stadium customization to go through, I suppose. But I just don't like customizing, really. I should have maybe done this all beforehand, but then it would have given the club away. So it's kind of a difficult one. So that will be our stadium, I think. Town Park, we're calling it Victoria Park, obviously. And we'll keep the settings we had for the United career mode, including the sliders, which may make it a bit more difficult, but we're keeping the sliders. So, world class, 6 minutes, currency is Great British Pounds, everything on. And we're not going to stick to my rule of no transfers in the first window, because, and there's a little announcement to make when we get in, a little bit more of a twist, one last twist to see this career mode into its beginning, really. There's a little bit more of a twist to come. So we're going to replace the Man United. No, we're not going to replace the Man United one. We'll make a new career. I was thinking of replacing the United one, but we've got all the legends on there I don't want to lose. So we'll replace it. We'll just call it Hartlepool, because I think it's pretty obvious. Maybe call it Hartlepool Twitch so I don't get it twisted and delete it by accident. So we'll do that. Hartlepool Twitch. It's on YouTube as well, of course, if you can't watch it on Twitch. And there's the man himself. He's grown up a couple of years. Didn't quite work out at United, so he's gone into management, and it is Jabu Tshabalala to manage this team, hopefully all the way to the top. Now, what we do pre-season, of course, we'll play highlights only. And then we will play the first game of the league season today as well, and that's where we'll end it, because there's a lot of admin to do. And yeah, the announcement is, we'll just have a little look at the squad here and tell you right now that none of them will matter. Now, the reason being, and if you're watching on YouTube, you already know this, but if you're not watching on YouTube, this is going to be a Youth Academy only career mode, which basically means we can only get players from a Youth Academy. We can only get players that are regenerated in the game as well, off the free agents and just in general off the transfer market. We can't have any real players. It's a Youth Academy and regen career mode. So before we go any further, I want to shout out the guy who made the Youth Academy career mode, who pioneered it, really. He is called Cutsy, of course. If you've not seen him, then how? If you have seen him, then you know how good the idea is and how good the series are that he does. I will leave a link in the description as well. If you don't know him, strongly advise you to go check him out. We'll get his loans terminated, which might be a bad move, actually, until we get a big enough squad. Well, maybe not terminate all the loans just yet. So, Youth Academy only career mode, ladies and gentlemen. So, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be selling all the real players as quick as we can. Well, obviously, at first, we'll be able to still use some real players. We'll still have to use some real players. But whatever Youth Academy players we get in the first month, we will have to use them. Now, how much money do we have? Because, no offense, William Dyson, I don't have the confidence in you. You've got 2 million to spend. Most of that will go on a Youth Academy scout. I'm going to be straight up transparent with you. Youth staff, then. William Dyson, we'll keep him on for the first season, but we're going to be blowing a big bit of our money on Lucas Oh, actually, I think we're going to go Scott Evans or Scott Evans just now, because despite it being 4-star, 4-star, it's only 4-star, 3-star, and it's a whole million cheaper. We need to be smart here. And in fact, actually, that's very smart because it means we can hire another scout, and that will be Toby Bird to come in, and we'll have a little wander around the UK to kick off with. And as we go, we'll branch out into different countries. We'll do 3 months at a time. I'm going to pick the first 3. But if there's a location or multiple locations you want to see scouted, leave them in the comments. I will write them down and we will go and look at them. We're going to need a goalkeeper from somewhere. I'm just hoping we get a goalkeeper out of these Ennies, to be honest. I'm really hoping. But for this last one, for Toby Bird, we're going to look for a physically strong player because we need to start with a physically strong player. So that will be the first 3 months set up. And at the moment, we are just waiting to see. Is there any? There probably won't be. Is there any regens on the free agents? Is there any regens at all? I'm doubting it highly. We'll go have a look. We'll see what they've got for us. There's all these free agents, of course. Afif from Qatar. There's quite a few. Now, what I forgot to do was the age gap here. We'll do 16 to 18 and see if there's anything. Rafa Contreras. He's just been brought in as a 6'6" centre back, you know, from Mexico. Now, we're going to keep an eye on him because he might be decent to start with. And I don't know if Max Delifer is real or not, so we're going to avoid him for now. But Rafa Contreras could be the man. Could be the man to kick off this whole place. We're going to scout him out. We're not going to just go straight in for a signing. And we're going to make moves down the career mode. Now, one thing as well, which probably does fuck me over, but we don't do training. We simulate training every time. I just don't have time for it. And it probably is what fucks me over a little bit sometimes. I don't know how much training impacts the entire situation, but I'm not doing it. I just refuse. So a couple of messages as we come in now. Tom Crawford with a offer 400k from Daggerforce IF. I could not tell you where they're from, but we're going to have to try and make the most money we can. So Daggerforce is an interesting purchase player. His market value should be between 280k and 510k. So you could negotiate a better deal. Let's go up the top end of that valuation then and see what they say. We're just going to take our time with it. So this will be more like a kind of just a getting into the groove. I've been kind of finding our squad career mode episode. But eventually it will mean that we will have a full youth academy team. And that's where we want to be. And as we go on in the seasons, it does mean most likely that we will not get up in the first season. And there may be a slight chance of us getting sacked, depending on what the board actually wants us to do. So, we may have to cross that bridge when we come to it. But it's very early still. Player chats. We've just literally started, David. I respect you in that. But we are 5 days in. We've not been able to do anything yet. And we'll just do looking at options for everyone else. Doesn't really make a difference. Just try and cheer them up a bit. I know they're probably not all happy that they're moving away. But it's just the way she blows, unfortunately, lads. Did I miss some? Oh, yeah. It might be best option. Yeah, sorry, mate. Yeah, sorry, fella. And sorry. It's just the way we're going around here. We're changing it up. So before we go any further, actually, we should probably look at the objectives. So the confidence rating is 80. We're obviously starting at 80, so hopefully it doesn't dip too far. Finish the season with 640,000 unspent allocated funds, transfer budget and wage budget. That doesn't sound too bad. Sign at least 2 players younger than 20 years old with potential greater than the average overall rating of players currently in the same position. We won't be doing that. Unless it counts for Youth Academy, but we won't be doing that otherwise because we ain't signing any real players, unfortunately. And get 7 games with at least 1 goal scored in away matches this season. That shouldn't be too bad. We should be able to manage that. Now, youth development. That is the youth development objective. That's fine then. We can work on that. That would be fine. We'll just continue with the Youth Academy and we'll probably get those players quite soon, really. Because no offence to the Hartlepool players that play currently, I don't know if the potential ceiling is that high. So sign at least 2 players younger than 20 years old with potential greater than the average overall rating of players currently in the same position. Get 7 games with at least 1 goal scorer in the way matches this season. We know that. Financial, we know that. So domestic success, what do they want? They want us to finish mid-table. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Now, it's the objective below that I have a little bit of an issue with. How the fuck, like, realistically, we're a League 2 club. We've just started off. How are we going to get to the round of 16? I've not seen a League 2 club get to the round of 16 in years. It probably has been one this season. I just haven't paid attention to the FA Cup, even though Man United are still in it. And continental success, of course, no objectives because we are not in any continental competition. So it should be an easy enough season to navigate through. I don't think there'll be any success, so I hope they're not expecting success straight away. It's going to be a slow burn process. So let's take a look at what we've got in the Youth Academy. Nothing excitingly brilliant just yet, but players we can build on. And these will all get promoted. So before we do promote them, we'll see where they should be on the pitch. There's also one more little addition that little announcement I have yet to show you yet. I will actually do it quite quickly before we promote these fellas. So now, this is a formation that I've seen in various Youth Academy career modes, especially from the man I mentioned earlier, Cutsy. We've got to do it. We've got to go for it, I think. And it's going to be a bit backwards. We can obviously edit it as we see within that formation, but we're going to be setting up with a 4-2-4. Now, a lot of players are very unhappy about it, but that's just the way it goes. This is a new club, new management. Tshabalala ain't fucking around here. He wants what he wants, and it's based on youth because we've got a Youth Academy player as a manager. So it all comes around full circle. Now, where was I? I still don't know all the menus, and we're in April. Youth Academy. Martin Munoz. Would he be good as a winger? It looks like he could. Off the right-hand side, Munoz could be a decent little wing player. So we'll put him on a winger plan. Ronan Cash. He does look like a striker. I'll give him that. We're going to have to put a lot of work into his finishing and shooting and everything, to be honest. And then we've got Carlos Rodriguez of Peru, who is very fast, and he's also a striker. And I'm debating, what are we looking height-wise for Carlos Rodriguez? 6 foot. Ronan Cash is 5'6". I'm wondering, I think we'll leave him there for now, but I'm wondering if Ronan Cash could work anywhere else. For now, Carlos Rodriguez will still be striker as well, I think. I don't think there's much. We can't really. I mean, we could potentially push him to the wing. He does have 78 pace. I think we are going to push him out to. Oh, he is 6 foot. Nope, we're going to keep him striker. You got to keep the height in mind as well. So we'll work on him as a striker. He's got a lot of work to go through, but it will be done, and hopefully he will be good. And before I forget, we will promote all 3 of these men so they are involved in the team for the preseason games. We will only have those 3, I think, unless we get Contreras in beforehand. Youth development. We've already done the youth development objective. See, 7 days in, and we're already changing things around here. 2 out of 2 complete. So those players obviously have better potential than what we have at the moment. Sarpsborg 08 have expressed an interest in signing Ben Killip. Now, he is our main goalkeeper. This could be a problem. For just now, I may reject this. I know we're trying to get the whole squad gone. Eventually, over time, we will be doing it. Stolarczyk could probably just stay in goal, actually. What's Kieran upset for? He's a right winger at centre back. Right, understandable. I get that you're a bit upset. Now, for the team, Ronan Cash comes in for Cook. Jennings makes his way out for Rodriguez. And we have Munoz, who will be eventually a right winger. So why not stick him out there now? He gets a +3. So he should got +3 there. Paulie Pruti, I can't read. We know that, though, from previous. Have we got a left? Does this team have a left back? Are you telling me that Hartlepool have no left backs? They do. He's just side CDM. Okay. That explains a bit more. Right. We're kind of just tearing this team apart, but we'll put it back together. That's a guarantee. We'll put it back together, I promise. We'll move people around in a minute. we're just going to advance a bit further. Before we do, though, Harry Kane's on the screen. Interesting. Carlos Rodriguez, I've been dreaming about this happening. Thanks for giving me a chance in the senior squad, boss. I'm desperate to show everybody what I can bring to the team. Yep. Sweet. Lovely. Now, we've also got a Rodriguez loan offer. Now, I'm going to say right now, for this season at the very least, unless we get some players in that are better, we're going to say no to this for now. Ben Killip, we're going to negotiate. Try and just squeeze a couple more pennies out. I'm going to try and go for 400k here, which will probably just flat out reject, but we need a bit more money after we spend all our money, splurged it all, on youth scouts already. So, bit of an issue there. Tshabalala, a genius that he is, sitting down with, I forgot who, I'm going to be honest, straight up, I forgot who bid for him. They want 310, so tell you what, push it up to 350. We'll see what we say on that. They've accepted 350. It was Sarpsborg who came in with the bid. I could not remember. I'm glad the game reminded me. Now, Tom Crawford bid has gone through. The transfer hasn't gone through yet, which is a bit concerning. I'm hoping that goes through soon, because I would very much like the money from it. We're only 2 days ahead of where we were, actually. We haven't moved too far forward. Now, Finn Harps want Ronan Cash. For now, like I said, for the initial phase, we're going to reject these youth player loan moves. I'm presuming Munoz will get one soon. Well, here we go. The first departure from Hartlepool United, one of the real players. Sorry, fellas. Things are changing around here. If you're a regen or you're an academy player, you're fine. Anyone else, run. Tom Crawford has made his move for 510k to Dagger for his IF. A good little bit of money in the bank there for us. What's the price rating? An A for Tom Crawford's deal. That's a very good deal. I'm very happy with that. We could have got 570, but I didn't want to, you know, go too much. We just went to the top end of what the chief executive said. And then we've got our Rafa Contreras, Scar Port. Tom Crawford is gone. And I just want to congratulate you and wish you the best of luck as new manager at Hartlepool. As your agent, I will now keep an eye out for potential opportunities to coach a national team in addition to your club duties. There's only one club, or international one I want. I don't know if I can even get it in FIFA. Rafa Contreras. Ooh, boys. It would change things up, but do we want to go for it this early? I think we're gonna, regardless. But we may have to part ways with him if he gets too good. I think probably. We don't want to like have 90 rated players in League 1 or 80 rated players in League 2. We just want to try and build it slowly. But obviously, we can sign him for now. If he gets too good, we'll move him on. Obviously, realistically, he won't want to stick around if he gets too good. He will. They'll probably ask for crucial. I'll just put important, but they'll probably counter crucial. They will. So Rafa Contreras wants crucial. A 5-year deal. It's absolutely fine. It means you have to do your contract for a while. Release clause is a no, and they want £350 a week. You know what? That's absolutely fine. We'll take off the bonus. You might want a bit more wage. No, £350 a week will settle the deal. That's absolutely fine. So the first signing for Hartlepool United. Write it down. Take a record of it. I will this time make a spreadsheet and I'll try my best to keep up with it. I'll give it my all. Rafa Contreras, the first man to make it in to Hartlepool United. Obviously in a negotiation. We got him for free. And he has arrived with a 68 rating, which immediately plants him into the first team. It's a very good start, ladies and gents. It's a very good start. So he will immediately go into the first team. There was no one else on the regen bit besides Rafa Contreras. And I think the theme this year is a good Mexican centre-back as a free agent, because I've seen it a few times. Respectfully, Hartley, in fact, Foreign's got no face. We're going to have Foreign come off. But also, Hartley is 32 pace, and I think he's 34 years of age. I think he said he was retiring end of the season as well. So maybe try and rotate someone else in there. But Contreras, We'll go in and take a look at his stats and put a development plan on him. Obviously, even though we're developing him, we don't want him to develop too fast. He doesn't have a potential tag as of yet. 16 years of age, 68 rated. He's decent defender. 6'6" is always good. Ball playing defender potentially. We'll go with that for now. So that is our first signing, Rafa Contreras in at number 6. I've yet to decide who's going to get captain's armband in this team. We'll maybe leave it as the real player until we get them gone. But exit now once again. It looks like Killip is going. I'm going to be straight up. I forgot his first name. But Killip is on the way out of Victoria Park, unfortunately. We're changing things up around here, and it starts at the beginning, obviously. At the back, our goalkeeper has exited. I'm begging we get a goalkeeper on the scout report. I put 2 Nis out there, so I'm begging we get a goalkeeper out of one of them. But Ben Killip is off to Sarpsborg with 350k. I reckon that'll be an A rating because they didn't want to really accept more than that. Yeah, we've done well there. They'll probably say like 400k, which is what I tried to put in the first place. That was the best possible deal at 350k. No worries. Jacob Solarczyk is a solid option for this pitch area. However, we need more squad depth, so you should start scouting for young talent to be developed into that role. That's the plan. That is the plan. I'm begging we get someone off the academy report, and of course there it is. Ben Killip off to Sarpsborg. Bit more money in the bank. Another offer from Drogheda United this time to take Carlos Rodriguez on loan. You know what? For now, we're just going to block offers. We'll come back to them maybe down the line to loan him out, but for now we're just going to block offers. Victor Osimhen off to Real Madrid. That always seems to be a moving career mode. It happened to my Man United one as well. We've got to face fucking Werder Bremen in our first pre-season game. Okay, well, you know what? We're playing the highlights for this anyway, so it's not going to matter too much to me. And if we don't get money, we don't get money. Let's switch the team up then. Put Murray at the back. No offense, Hartley, but you're just a bit slow for me. And of course, we're still going to have some real players for a little while. But we'll try and get starting 11 of regens and youth academy players ASAP. And I'm gonna cheat a little bit here. I'm gonna put Kieran on because he's got 88 pace. So that is gonna be how we go then for the Werder Bremen pre-season game. We'll work our way through these quite quickly. We'll get to the other side. We're at Signal doing a park, to be fair. So this is a team. We've got Stolarczyk in goal. Ferguson's taken the armband for today at left wing back. Sterry at right wing back. Murray and new signing Contreras will be the centre back partnership. Silla and Yang will be the centre midfield options with Kiernan off the left, Munoz off the right, and Rodriguez and Cash up top. They have got quite a good team. Then again, they are Werder Bremen and we are Hartlepool. So any result here would be mad. I doubt we'll get anything, but we'll see. We'll go into the playable highlights, as we usually do for these pre-seasons, and we'll see where we're at. We're going to get absolutely nothing from most of these games, by the way. I just want that to be made aware of. We are literally a League 2 club. So playable highlights. Let's see how these new players feel on the ball, as well as how the current players that will be leaving very soon feel on the ball as well. Silla finds Kiernan. Back inside towards Rodriguez, who plays it onto Niang. Can't get too frustrated here because I'd have to remember their Werder Bremen. Ball in. Contreras all the way up! What? Rafa Contreras! What are you doing? 4 minutes in, and it's Rafa Contreras from the back, moving all the way up to bag his first goal. What? Why is... First of all, why is Contreras up there? Second of all, by the looks of that finish, why is he a centre-back? Can we get 3 famous points against Werder Bremen to kick off this career mode? That would be ridiculous, to be honest. Why was Contreras so far up? Kiernan. Rodriguez, can't find it. Back to Niang. The pass has gone the wrong way. Mate, what the fuck? We might have already got a new legend. Like, he's... I mean, it's only pre-season. Don't get me wrong, but we might have got a legend already. A legend in the making. Silla doesn't win the header, unfortunately. And it's actually going to be Werder Bremen's attack here. Murray wins it back. And will we go this time? We will. Don't know where to, but we will be going soon. Niang. Rodriguez. Cash making somewhat of a run, but he's, I mean, faced with Werder Bremen defenders, which at this point in his career probably wouldn't like. And Silla can't keep control of the ball. It will be a Werder Bremen tackle there, and now they will have a counter. The fact that we're 1-up for Rafa Contreras straight away amazes me. And there he is again, Rafa Contreras already popping off for Hartlepool. We may have found our best player. Good block by Murray. Are we actually going to beat Werder Bremen in these playable highlights? I doubt it, the way we're looking at the moment. It's looking grim. Murray, good header. Just kept in position, and now we've got a counter. I don't know who we're going to counter to, though. Silla, Rodriguez. I want Kieran to make the move. He's not doing, though. He is now. I think Cash was just straight offside. The ball didn't make it to him anyway. We've won it back with Silla. Rodriguez. Cash. Can't find Silla, though. We're 10 minutes away from a massive pre-season win for Rafa Contreras' early goal. Cracking save from Solarczyk. We've beaten... What the... We've beaten Werder Bremen. We've beaten Werder Bremen. I know it's pre-season. And I know it's not going to matter down the line. But the first goal of this series has come from the new signing, Rafa Contreras. How the fuck... Why did he make the run up? We've beaten... I don't believe it. If that's stuff to come, if that's what's to come with this team, I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited as well. My God, we've just... I know they're not as big as they once were, but it's still Werder Bremen. Look at Contreras on this replay. All the way up, continues his move, slots it in. That's a striker's finish from a centre-back. What the fuck? Rafa Contreras, I love him already. Absolutely brilliant from the young Mexican. I can't believe it. What a way to kick off his career mode, and of course a late save as well. We're not going to do this every time, but this really secured us the 1-0. It's a good shot, but an even stronger save from Solarczyk. We know he's a real player, but unfortunately he will be gone very soon. But at the moment, he's our goalkeeper. Rafa Contreras with a 9.8 on his debut. Solarczyk getting an 8.1, and then Ronan Cash getting an 8.1 as well. Not too shabby, boys. Not too shabby at all. We move in to advancing. That's set a tone now, boys. If you're beating Werder Bremen, you're gonna have to destroy League 2. Look at the news. Contreras scores first goal this season. Contreras scored for the first time this season to push Hartlepool United to a 1-0 win against Werder Bremen. I'm already starting to think he might be a goal-scoring defender. Also, just for the record, by the way, 1st of July, I come in. 2nd of July, team spirit slumps. Give me a bit more time. Reports coming out of Hartlepool United suggest that the manager has got an unhappy dressing room on his hands. Literally just arrived. Senior players are said to be unhappy about lack of direction around the club and want to see changes made. The club captain is rumoured to be working hard as a go-between. He's trying to get the manager to take out the squad's frustrations, or to take the squad's frustrations, that word is difficult, seriously, and find a way to lift morale. And Tshabalala out to impress a pre-season debut. The pre-season usually comes with a little less pressure and with fewer expectations, but this isn't the case for Jabu Tshabalala, who will be under intense scrutiny in his first appearance as Hartlepool United's manager. Fans will be keeping a close eye on both the result and the new manager's team selection. And fans happy, of course, as we win the first friendly, somehow, over Werder Bremen. Tshabalala has hit the ground running after his team secured a friendly win against Bremen in his first match in charge of Hartlepool. Nobody will get too carried away, however, as the chance for teams to experiment in these fixtures often renders results irrelevant. Even so, if Tshabalala can keep winning games, no doubt Hartlepool fans are only too ready to take a new manager to their hearts. And of course, Contreras already bagging A couple of moves from higher up clubs. We'll take a look at the big window at the end, of course, of January. Or, sorry, August. It's the summer one. Joe Gray from FK Jerv here is a 350k offer. Can we push a little bit more out of this? We're penny pinching here, boys. We're penny pinching. Try to get something out of every deal. Try to get a bit more than what they're offering. Just try to play hardball a little bit than playing straight into their hands. Now, we're going to go 400. If they say no outright, then fair enough. It's a bit much. They've accepted it. Mate, fair enough. And of course, we've blocked the offers for Carlos Rodriguez to start with. We may change our minds. And very soon, of course, we'll have the first Youth Academy report from our 3 scouts. Munoz's position changing option has come through, and he will be moving to that right hand side with a growth of 2 rating growth. That's not too bad at all. Now, what do we work with here? I think we'll go with wide winger to get that attacking work rate up first, and then eventually we'll work on the other stats, and we'll see how that goes as Martin Munoz makes his move to the right wing and goes up by 2. That's not too bad either. Ronan Cash and Carlos Rodriguez yet to grow yet, but we're going to give him a bit of time. We're literally a week or 2 into the new, well, 3 weeks into the new season. And the assistant manager saying, don't forget to use substitutes, mate. I mean, playable highlights. I ain't really arsed. And now we go from Werder Bremen to Fleetwood. Now, I don't quite understand how Schalke and Werder Bremen are in here, but also Fleetwood and Accrington are in here. And Cheltenham. I mean, fair enough, I guess. And Motherwell have somehow snuck in. She's fine, thanks. Right, Fleetwood up next in the pre-season friendlies here. A little bit tired, but we're doing highlights, so it won't really affect us. So the Signal Iduna Park once again. Fleetwood Town versus Hartlepool. We're just going to stick with the same team. Stolarczyk in goal. Ferguson and Sterry as the fullbacks, with Ferguson as captain. Murray and Contreras as the centre-backs. Silla and Yang as the centre midfielders just now. Kieran off the left. Munoz off the right. Now, as he switched to right wing, he's very happy about it. Or he's actually slightly unhappy about it. He's only on a +1 now. Rodriguez and Cash will lead the line again. And if we can... I'm just saying now, if we can beat Werder Bremen, if we lose to Fleetwood, it's a weird start. So that's Signal Iduna Park, second pre-season friendly. Let's get into it. Quick little playable highlights. Right, back here once again. Just a few days ago, we defeated Werder Bremen. Now, if the man there could stay on side, one of these men could stay on side here. This could be 1-0 immediately. Kieran through. Cash! Oh, it's a good save. It was good play onto Rodriguez and onto Cash, but it didn't happen. And Ferguson going to be delivering this corner. In fact, we're going to play it short here. We're going to look for a short option and try and pass it around a bit. Maybe a bit more smart with the corners in this career mode than just launching them in like we did with United, because of course we don't really have the players. Rodriguez can't find a pass or a way through, and he's tackled away. Fleetwood Town now on the attack. And wire dude to Vela. Ball is through. Stolarczyk. It's not a great bit of defending there from the boys. And unfortunately, it does mean that the Hartlepool team have conceded their first goal. Vela for Fleetwood. Stolarczyk a bit upset with how he dealt with that, and it was a weird choice for him to commit like that. I didn't press Y there. That was him committing, just for the record. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for Hartlepool on that occasion. Fleetwood make the move again. Did they get a second before half time? Past Ferguson. It's in the middle. It's a cracking save from Stolarczyk, preventing a second. Fleetwood will continue the pressure into the second half though with a free kick. I'm trying to find their player to take it, but I've realised he's behind the linesman, or even in the linesman. Ball in towards Stockley, and it's 2-0. We didn't deal with it. Didn't put a man on him. I tried to put the man in front of him, but wouldn't do it. And Stockley there. Good little striker. He's made it 2-0 Fleetwood. So explain to me then how we managed to beat Werder Bremen to Fleetwood, huh? I mean, this is the most donkey career mode fucking start. Hartley getting tackle across off Mendes Gomez, but it's a penalty for Fleetwood now, with Stockley looking for a second of the day. Stolarczyk going to be called potentially into a save here. Jaden Stockley for Fleetwood. It's saved by Stolarczyk. I don't know if we'll get it for that game, but that's a big save. Ferguson now with a free kick. We're going to have to try and work this smart here. Ferguson to Murray. Into Niang. So many Fleetwood players back, and it's gone to the wrong player. Niang gets it back again anyway. We'll try and recycle it a little bit. Cash can't get control of it. And it is a 2-0 loss to Fleetwood Town. I don't understand how we can beat Werder Bremen and lose to Fleetwood Town, but fair play to Fleetwood. Better team. We could take our chances when we had them on the highlights, and they did. That's about it, really. Jaden Stockley's header, making it 2-0 after the early goal from Vela. But we're not taking it too much in our stride because it is the first game of, or the second game I should say, but it's still a pre-season. I think a win against Werder Bremen will be more remembered than a loss against Fleetwood, so there's the real winners. So Josh Vela, of course, getting his goal, Jaden Stockley, and then the penalty save, which we will watch again, from Jacob Stolarczyk, who unfortunately we won't be getting to use much longer, but he's proved to be quite a good goalkeeper so far. He's not been too shabby. And of course, if we don't get a keeper with a scout or a scout report with a keeper on it, then we may have to continue using Stolarczyk. Jaden Stockley getting a 10, Andrew getting a 9.6, and Vela 9.5. Fleetwood did dominate, and in the end did get the 2-0 victory, with our best player being Dolan with a 6.3. Werder Bremen getting the win back over Motherwell after losing to us, which is kind of mad still to think about. And as we advance to our final pre-season game against Motherwell. Huh? Wait, sign anyone else? I'm so confused. I think this is Contreras, but why he's being shown again, I don't know. It is. Well, we've already signed Contreras. We already did that. He's already played. He's already scored. But he knows he's it. So explain to me why did the Contreras signing when Joe Gray is the one departing for 400k then? A B rating, what could we have got then? 500k, I tried to go for it, but they didn't want it. So 400k I think is good for that. If I said 500k there, they're walking straight out. But Joe Gray has made his move to FK Yerv. And we will advance now to our final game of the pre-season against Motherwell. Before we do, Nicky Featherstone has been offered, well, he's not been offered personally, but there's an offer for him from FC Hermannstadt for 250k. Now, like I said, we are going to be penny pinching here. I'm only putting up to 300. I'm not going to go fucking stupid. And if they say no, then understandable, because I'm probably asking for two. I probably should have accepted the offer as it was. But Jabu will meet with the representative of Hermannstadt. And they say 250. If you can push up to 300, I wouldn't be opposed. If you can't, then fair enough. I will accept 250. I just want to see what I can do here. 280. You know what? That's absolutely fine. 280 is decent. Meet in the middle. We're taking what we can get money-wise, because we still have unspent budget. And I also want to try and upgrade the Youth Academy Scouts at some point during the season as well. As in the 1-star, 1-star 1. Who will probably give me nothing at this first report. But nothing is better than... Well, I mean, something he'll give me, obviously, but not anything that we can maybe grow on. But we'll try anyway. So, Stockley, his goal inspired Fleetwood Town to victory against Hartlepool, and we did lose that, unfortunately. And we won the first one against Werder Bremen, but we did lose to Fleetwood. A lot of players that aren't going to be at Hartlepool. But what's the future for Munoz? Munoz hasn't played many games yet this season. Sabri reported his manager plans to move him from attacking midfielder to right winger. What gives me from Munoz himself is a chance to stake a claim to regular first team football, or if a change of role doesn't work out, will his future at the club be cast into doubt? I mean, it's not that deep. We're just trying him somewhere new because he's probably better there. Now, the final pre-season game against Motherwell, same team again, yada yada yada. Solarczyk in goal, Ferguson, Sterry full-backs, Murray, Contreras centre-backs, Silla, Niang centre midfield, Kiernan off the left, Munoz off the right, with Rodriguez and Cash top again, and we're against Motherwell. She's fine, thanks. Let's see if we can beat them. Last game, of course, at Signal Iduna Park. We played them all there, so why would this be a change? Playable highlights against Motherwell. She's fine, thanks. I need to stop saying that, because it's not funny. Motherwell will have the first attack here of the game. A counter-attack, it looks like, from the Scots. Contreras try to step in. Ball is going to go all the way through to Stolarczyk. It was a wise idea, but just didn't have enough on it. In fact, I had too much on it. Didn't have enough direction on it was more the issue. It was the power that was the problem, because I had too much power, enough direction. But now a free kick from Motherwell may see them find the lead here. Effort to try a shot, I think. I don't really know. I think he was trying to float it in, but just again put a bit too much on it. And now Motherwell will go again with Tierney. And that is a ball over, but it's going to go once again to Stolarczyk. I don't know why he didn't just wait to pick it up, but he didn't. And that's a crossing opportunity for Motherwell. We've not had a look in yet. A United champ for Hartlepool here. A good tackle. I think it was Silla who made the tackle. And now we have a chance. Kiernan down the left. Maybe where we go here. Got a bit of pace to him. He's got quite a lot of pace to him. He can make the move here. He'll find someone. Cash. Try to find Rodriguez. It's locked onto the offside right winger, which is interesting. I'm not sure if I really want to do that, but Contreras now going to have to do a bit of defensive work. Man drawn. Plays the ball in, but that's good from Contreras. Just waited, bided his time to make a tackle and made it perfectly. Sterry is off the pitch. I'm not entirely sure why, but there is a room in the middle. And it's a great save from Stolarczyk. And we may have a chance here with Kiernan. He's on his own though. I mean, he's got the pace, but he is going to need some support, I think. Yeah, he's not going to take him on. Rodriguez. The solo runner's just turned into a normal attack. Silla. Hartley now. Rodriguez to Cash. Not going to make it through, unfortunately. Now Motherwell go again. And that's a fucking fantastic ball over to Van Veen. If we could catch up to him here with Contreras, we might be okay. Ball in. I've committed both defenders. And there's the Motherwell goal. It's been coming really, hasn't it? It could be the one that does it, which is fair enough. They've been all over me in terms of highlights. We will get a free kick here with Jamie Sterry. I'm going to try and deliver this in. I don't know how it's going to go, but hopefully Contreras is somewhere. Contreras looks like he's a bit towards the back there. We'll try aim it for him. It's gone to Rodriguez instead! And it's forced a save, and that will do it. I thought I could get it enough to Contreras. It went to Rodriguez instead. Not a bad-headed effort. But unfortunately, an L for Hartlepool. I mean, it is, again, That good old-fashioned pre-season. Mikhail Mandron finding the goal from Motherwell and giving them the victory in this one. A bit unfortunate. But sometimes it just doesn't go the way you want it to. It's a hard knock life. That's pre-season done, which is good. It's fine by me. Now, Mandron goal was good, but we're going to watch this chance here again. This was meant to go to number 6, Contreras. It's looked onto number 13, Rodriguez, who did somehow get the header off. I mean, he's 6 foot, but I don't know how the defender didn't get there first. It's a good save from Kelly, I believe it said, to deny Rodriguez's first goal at Hartlepool. So look at the ratings. Mandron was our best player with an 8.6. Kelly got an 8, and Furlong got a 7.9. For us, it was Murray with a 6.8, Ferguson with a 6.4, and Sterry with a 6. They had the better stats, to be fair, so it's probably only right that they won. But the fact is, we got a fucking win over Werder Bremen, and that's bigger than any of those losses, in my opinion. Let's take a look then at the inboxes. European International Cup performance. We all agree it's unfortunate that we didn't win the European International Cup. The most important thing, though, is that the team is fit and ready to start a new season. We still have every confidence in your ability to meet this season's sporting objectives. Looking forward to watching the team develop and progress. And David Ferguson is happy in the dressing room now. I don't get why we were unhappy. It's literally, I've been here a few weeks. Give me time. So the news then before we move on. Mandron got the winner against Hartlepool. Mandron's goal inspires Motherwell to victory against Hartlepool. Player of the tournament is going to Fleetwood Town's Stockley, which is mad when Werder Bremen and Schalke are in there. And Werder Bremen ended up winning the European International Cup, but they did lose to Hartlepool. So, Werder Bremen won the European International Cup to round off their memorable season. We've just started, but okay. We went to the season with the ambition of winning the title. To accomplished it is an amazing what? So you went into the season hoping to win the pre-season trophy. That's, you know what? That's fine. Fleetwood defeat rivals 2-1. Who did they beat? Accrington. Okay. Because they beat us 2-0. Mohamed Salah has underperformed pre-season. Hartlepool fans are asking whether he should start in the first league game. Normally guaranteed a place in the starting 11. Defensive midfielder needs to find some form if he's to avoid a surprise spell on the sidelines. I mean, depending on this scout report that's to come in very, very soon, we'll see. But another departure, I believe this is Nicky Featherstone, if I am correct. I could be wrong though, it's happened in the past. He's gone to Hermannstadt for that 280k that we managed to get for him. That's probably going to be a B deal, but I couldn't push it too high. I said A. What was the max we could have got from them, just out of interest? 290, so it's 300. You know what? That's fine. 300 was a bit too much, but I will take that. 280k for a 61-year-old, 61-year-old, fucking hell. 61 rated, 33-year-old Nicky Featherstone. As we move now towards the start of the season, David Ferguson, our captain, has had an offer for him here and now. And of course, we try to get the main squad gone, so we're going to have to accept. But I just don't know who we're putting there in the meantime. Well, I'm going to negotiate. I don't really want to get rid of him because we might need him. We're going to try and push it up to 425, I think. See what they say. They may walk out insta. May counter. He is our club captain, so yeah, 425. That's fine. If that goes through, that's fine. We're making a bit of money. And once the one-star scout comes back, we may make a move for another scout if we've got enough money. What are we saying dosh-wise now? 1 mil. Okay, we're making it back slowly after the signings of those scouts. As we continue on, then that deal should go through any time. And it has, in fact, gone through. The club captain on his way out. Don't you dare tell me that morale is down or you get sold. That's the rule here. Of course, I'm joking, but, you know, we do need to get rid of the real players as we go along. towards the start of the season. I think instead of simming I said earlier at the start of the episode, I was going to do 4 games I would play still, obviously, and then the 2 sim games. Instead of simming the games, I think playable highlights might be the move instead, potentially. Just to get through the games a little quicker. We've got good squad depth, and we got an A. We could have got to 500k, but I didn't want to push it too far. 425 is absolutely fine, and the inbox, Jamie Sterry now is getting offers from Ingolstadt. Now, would it be a bit mental if we asked for 500,000? I think that's just probably yes, and they'll probably either counter or just run off saying, mate, don't even. But hopefully we'll get some kind of good money here. I want a bit more than what they're offering, but 500k might be a bit too much. We're going to go for it, and we'll see what they say. It might be way too much. 410, right. Now, final offer. If you don't pay this, you don't get him. I mean, maybe. 450. 410. Alright. We'll try it again. Too high for them. Well, maybe I should have just accepted what I could have got there. Or maybe tried to go 430. I maybe went a bit too high there, but... damn it. Tshabalala's still learning, alright? Still doesn't know how to negotiate properly. Right, as we move into a new season. The monthly scout report. Stop the simulation. Why is it continuing? I want to look at the scout reports. So we got our first report from Scotland, and there's immediately a man who's caught my eye, but there's a couple of these that we'll promote just because they're 16 already and we need them in the squad. But Gordon Galloway, overall 35 to 49, potentially 42 to 58. He is wank, but we need the players we can get to start off with. Aidan Sutherland looks very, very good, however, and I don't know what he is just yet, but he looks defensive, or he could work on the right-hand side. We may find out where we get him eventually, obviously, because he does look good. Overall to 51... 51 to 71, potential of 72 to 94. He gets an immediate sign up. 1.3 million valuation. Boys, we've got one. We've got one out the gate. Malcolm K, overall 39 to 53, potential of 16 to 82. I mean, we're going to call them all up just for now, just so we can have an academy, and when they get to 16, we can promote them, and we'll have the full youth academy team. Douglas Moffat looks quite good as well. Overall of 44 to 60, potential of 69 to 93. He will be brought in immediately. Shane McDonald, overall of 40 to 54, potential of 62 to 84, and he can come in as well. And then Douglas King, overall of 36 to 50, potential of 45 to 63. Usually we bin him off, but we need the youth talent right now just to get as many players in as we can. Now the Welsh scout report from Scott Evans here. Curtis Flynn, overall of 45 to 59, potential of 54 to 72. He comes in. Bryn Roberts, overall of 43 to 57, potential of 67 to 91. He comes in as well. I mean, they all come in, but we're just taking a look at them in a bit more depth. Overall of 46 to 62, potential of 67 to 91 is, of course, Ethan Roberts on the screen just now. He will come in. Harry Howell, overall of 45 to 61, potential of 55 to 75, looks okay. And Alex Wright, overall of 36 to 46, potential of 65 to 87. He looks decent too. And then the final report from Dyson. I'm expecting nothing out of this, by the way. One player, Brandon Steele, can play in quite a few positions, actually. It might be useful. I don't think we've got a goalkeeper, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Brandon Steele, overall of 40 to 56, potential of 56 to 76. He comes in as well. And did we get a goalkeeper? That's the moment of truth we're going to look for now. Goalkeeper, did we get one? Or we're going to have to continue to use Stolarczyk, which is not the worst thing. We did not get a goalkeeper. Stolarczyk it is for now. Now, we're going to work on these real quick. First one, of course, being Aidan Sutherland. Looks like a right back or left back. But what's his height? 5'9". He is a right back or left back. He will not be playing centre back with that height. No offense, fella, but we will switch you across to the left. We do need the left a bit more, and you're left-footed. So we'll do that for you, and then we'll work on you as we go. We'll do it by rating players I see actually making it to players I don't. But we'll give them all a try. That's the beauty of it. And then if anyone over 16 will get promoted. So we've got 4 more players off this report. We won't have a full team to start off the season with, but we'll get there. Ethan Roberts comes in as a right mid. Is he that though? He is, but we're going to push him forward to a wing. We might have to push him across the side to the left side because Munoz has that right hand side just now. I'm wondering, do we just whack him left wing now? I think we're going to do that instead. Because we've got Munoz on that side. Now, Harry Howell doesn't have a lot of upside in terms of potential, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt for now. It says centre forward. Could push him forward to striker, I think. We'll try it anyway. If I'm doing anything wrong here, by the way, in the comments, you can obviously give me a bit of help. Douglas Moffat, he looks like a right back, but he's not going to be a right wing back. We don't play with wing backs. He can be a right back though. Brandon Steele, he doesn't look very good. I mean, some of these don't look very good. In fact, we're going to release one. We're going to release 2 straight away. Douglas King will probably not ever make it, unfortunately, and neither will Gordon Galloway. So we'll hopefully maybe see them. Well, we won't see them anymore because I've released them rather than selling them, but we'll maybe see them on the flip side in another reality. Brandon Steele looks like a winger as well. For the love of Christ, why is there always wingers? I mean, we could keep him as a centre forward, perhaps, but we're going to switch him to a winger because everyone has to be a winger. Some wingers make it, some wingers won't anyway. Now centre forward in Curtis Flynn. He does actually look like a defender. He does look like a centre back. I mean, he doesn't look like he can play anywhere. Let's be real. If I'm being truthful. He doesn't look like he should be on a football pitch. What's his height? 6'1". We could maybe rescue him by putting him centre back. We'll try and see. Good physical, decent pace. Defending's higher than his attacking stats. Both work rates are low though, so it's going to take a lot of work if we want to get him sorted. But I'm down to put the time in if it works out. Malcolm Kay of Scotland now. Decent potential. Is he a centre back? He does look like one. What's his height? 6'2". We'll keep keep an eye on him at centre back, and we'll work on his defensive stats. Obviously, Bryn Roberts of Wales has decent potential, but is he a right mid? I mean, where I don't want to be full of midfielders. Excuse me, I got hiccups. Don't want to be full of midfielders, but he does look like a right mid, doesn't he? We're just going to have to throw him at right wing. We've got quite a few wingers, and we're going to have to obviously look for... Next reports, we have to look for other positions. I've just gone for any, and when you go any, you usually get most wingers. Shane McDonald looks like a centre-back off his stats. What's his height? 6'4". He's definitely a centre-back. Let's get those stats up now, pronto. 6'4", 15 years of age. My God, mate. Alex Wright, he says CTM. He says 36 overall as well. I'm going to be straight with you, transparent. We might as well get rid of this man. He is not a defender or a CDM. Right. So let me get this straight. He's a CDM with 20 defending and 39 physical. This man could change into something brilliant, to be fair, actually. We could get something from him. And it seems as if the game wants me to put him at fullback. Now, he's got 20 defending, so fullback probably isn't the move. Left mid's probably the move, but we don't need another left mid. We'll go with it for now. I might just get him gone. We'll see. We'll see what happens after that. See if his potential changes, and that's all the Youth Academy done now. Before we do exit the Youth Academy completely, we'll promote the men of age. You come up. You come up. Didn't we have 4? Did I get rid of a 16-year-old? Well, the way she blows sometimes. I may have messed up there, unfortunately. But I'll put as many as players as we can in. And as we go, we'll obviously add more in. Sutherland will go to left back anyway, so we'll just whack him there. Roberts will be left wing. Probably because of the fact that Munoz is already on the right wing. And Steele, I've absolutely no idea where to put this cunt. He's also a winger, but like, what if I put? Can I do that? Will it be? Yeah. I mean, Steele's happier than Roberts on the wing. I guess we'll go with that for now. It's a bit of a mess, and Silla doesn't like it being there, so we'll bring on someone else in that spot. And it looks like it's just going to be Cook. We'll put Cook in there. So far, we've still got a few real players, but 7 out of the 11 so far are generated regen youth players. So basically what we do now is we continue until we get a full team of regens. And we'll just play with the real players for a little bit. We kind of have to. We don't have any other option. And we'll just see how we go in the first game of the season. Where do we start? Sutton United. All right. And the problem is, these guys aren't going to get any rest if they're tired because they're the only youth players at the moment. So it's going to be work from these boys to kick off Season 1. Player chat. Boss, I know I didn't have a great preseason. There are reasons for that. I wasn't feeling 100%, but I'm over it now. If you give me a chance against Sutton, I'll show you just what I can bring to the team. There's always someone to take your place. I'll put it as real competition. I won't put it in a meme way. We want to keep our morale up as far as we can to kick off this season. This next game is important for our season, boss. I feel really good, and I'm sure I could do a better job than Munoz if you give me a chance ahead of him. I'll think about it. I'm not going to do it. And Ethan Roberts is dreaming of being in the squad. And of course, he is in the squad because he is a youth academy player. I've been dreaming about this happening. Thanks for giving me a chance in the senior squad, boss. I'm desperate to show everybody what I can bring to the team. You didn't let anyone down, I guess. So, before we go to the first game, a little quick change of some shirt numbers for the regens. I think we're going to have Contreras. Instead of number 6, he's going to be the straight up number 5 defender. I forget you don't do it in there. How do you do it again? There we go. 5 for Contreras, who's far and away the best player already. We've got Aidan Sutherland, I should say, not Sunderland. He's an exciting prospect, and he looks very good. We'll put him as the number 2. Sorry, Jamie Sterry. For who else? Who else did we bring up? I'm trying to remember who we brought up. Maybe do it this way now. Brandon Steele, he could stay as 18. Rodriguez, I don't want to give him a number 9. We'll give him a number. We'll keep us 13 works for him. And Cash, we'll have him as. For some reason, I'm feeling 27 for him. I'm not sure why. So we're just gonna put him as that. And Ethan Roberts, he could be all right in the future. We don't know yet because he's only 56 rated. He will be the number. What do we put him as? We'll put him as 25. I think. Is that everyone of the Youth Academy intake anyway with their shirt numbers? Everyone else I don't really care about. In fact, I do care about this. If Murray's playing, he's not being a number 1. We'll give Stolarczyk number 1. It's the only other one I will change because he's the only goalkeeper in the club and he's on loan here. Oh dear. Right, well, we'll keep him here for now because we don't have a goalkeeper. And he will be number 1. As soon as we get a goalkeeper, by the way, he's terminated and back to Leicester, I think it is. He's on loan from. So, there we are. Hartlepool. As ready as we'll ever be to kick off a new season. Without further ado, we'll get to the pre-match press conference and then we'll get ready to go. Oh boy. We beat Werder Bremen in the pre-season, so that's what I'm happy about. Let's move ahead of your first competitive game. We'll try to improve every day. Tshabalala knows it's going to be a difficult ride. but he's here for it. Can we finish in the top half this season? Yeah, I think we want to avoid relegation first. I think that might be the idea. And there's a very high chance that we may finish in those bottom 2 spots for this team as we continue to build it. Are you looking to sign anybody? We do need a stronger squad, so I will say yes. Hopefully we can find a goalkeeper out of these reports, otherwise we've got Stolarczyk. No offense to Stolarczyk, I do want a Youth Academy goalkeeper. Maybe I should have scouted for one. But I thought with any instruction I might get one goalkeeper out of those 2 that I put any's on, but apparently not. So ladies and gentlemen, this is where it all begins. The first competitive match of this career mode. How are we looking for the calendar? It's going to be stacked to start off the season. Now what I'm going to do, I think for the cup games to kick off this career mode is probably playable highlights them, because I'm not really too bothered, and especially the Papa John's trophy, I really don't care. It's just there's a lot of games down at this level. And we're just going to have to try and figure out what we want to do early on here and work our way up. So, to kick off then we do have Sutton United, who are in real life doing quite well. I don't know how to play in-game though, but we're going to have to try and give it a roll. In fact, one more big move we're going to make before we kick off this season. Mr. Contreras here. You don't do it here, do you? Shit. Mr. Contreras here will take the captain's armband. That's the big change we're making. There's still 4 real players in the lineup at the moment. They are, of course, Murray, Sterry, Stolarczyk, and Cook in the midfield. So we're going to... No shot is he 25. Nah, I refuse to believe that. Look at his player picture. He looks like he's about 40. Well, you know what? Fine, I believe it, I guess. So we'll go into this and hope for the best. Just hope not to get absolutely hammered here. So, okay, it's going to be a long grinding process, this career mode, which is why I'm kind of playable highlighting a couple. Sorry about that. I needed to cough, and I didn't want to cough right down the mic. I'm going to swap these over. Cash and Rodriguez. Munoz looking good. Contreras looking fantastic. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this will be the first game officially of this career mode, if you don't count pre-season. League 2 kicks off with Hartlepool versus Sutton United. In goal, we've got Stolarczyk, who's still on loan from Leicester, one of the 4 real players who will be replaced down the line, of course, but currently we don't have enough to replace him. At left back, we will have Sutherland, who is a Youth Academy player, and he will be probably here for a time to come because he is an exciting prospect. Very happy about that. At left centre back, we've got Murray, who is a second real player out of the 4. Contreras will be the captain, at least for the early days, maybe for the whole time. We'll see. It depends how far he gets in this particular career mode, but he's doing very well to start with. And he's got the captain's armband today. He is, of course, a regen player that we brought in. Jamie Sterry is the 3rd real player in this squad. He starts at right back with Roberts, who is actually meant to be a winger. Can't play at the wing yet because we've got too many wingers. Roberts will play centre mid today. Hopefully be okay with it. Alongside the 4th and final real player of this team, which is Cook. And the front 4 are all regen. Steele on the left wing, Munoz on the right wing, and then our strikers, Cash and Rodriguez. Now, I just don't want to get absolutely battered. I think avoiding a complete and utter destruction is probably the best move here. If we don't do that, then fair enough. It's a team that we need to work on. But we've got our first home game at Victoria Park. Let's put all the other news on. Why not? It's the first day of the season. Let's put it all on. Let's see how everyone's doing. So, at Victoria Park, it's Hartlepool versus Sutton United in the first league game of the season. I don't know about you guys, but I'm hyped. streets of Hartlepool are excited to see what the gaffer is going to bring to the table, and they should bloody be. I'm just hoping here, ladies and gents, that we can avoid a complete and utter pasting. The manager, Jabu Tshabalala. It's not, I don't think the manager at the moment is identical to what Tshabalala looked like, but we will work on it, and I'll have the manager properly looking like Tshabalala. I mean, it's pretty close as it is, but with just minor details will probably need to be changed. I'll take a look at those. But we are ready to go with Hartlepool United. Right, now it's a brand new career mode. I need to stay patient. If we do lose by a big scoreline, it's not as bad at this level like it was at the top level when we used Manchester United. So, with that being said, let's try and get something here, I think. If I get a point, I'll be ecstatic, to be honest. We do still have some real players in here, so it might be possible. But of course, the Youth Academy career mode with Hartlepool is now underway. Here we go. The long road begins now. Will we have any season winners from the first game of Hartlepool, making it to the last game of Hartlepool? If so, how many of them will? Munoz getting tackled to be thrown to Hartlepool. Throwing it back to Jamie Sterry here. Picks out Roberts. Under pressure, does lose it. Of course, he isn't a natural centre mid. Sutherland does very well, but then somehow loses the ball. And it's a great save from Stolarczyk. I'm in a little bit of dismay at how Sutherland did so well and then the ball went away from him. But the ball will be Sutton's corner here. Rodriguez heads it away to Steele, who can't get away. It's a very good tackle, but it's come off Eastman for a Hartlepool throw. The fans jeering. Fans, don't get too excited yet, mate. We've got a long way to go. Sterry to Cook here. 25-year-old that looks about 40 in his picture. Rodriguez can get away from Good Life here, or Goodliff. Probably Goodliff. Munoz into Cook. Roberts. Cash. Cook. Across the goal. It's Steele! It's the first goal of the official Hartlepool career mode. Of course, Contreras scored in pre-season, but the first goal goes to, I want to say his name's Jensen, but I cannot remember his first name, so hopefully it pops up. It's great play, and Steele passes the ball into an empty net. And that's a dream start. A dream start for Hartlepool. Brandon Steele, that's the one. Brandon Steele in his first ever game for Hartlepool, in front of Victoria Park as well, puts his team 1-0 up over Sutton. Cracking start. Sutherland flying in. That is going to be a booking. I went for the ball. Obviously didn't quite catch the ball, and it'll be a yellow card for Aidan Sutherland. I meant to, you know, hook the ball away, and it has instead gone for the player. It has sent him over the top of everything. He could have broken his neck off the landing. I'm hoping he hasn't. We used to do our best to not get any players suspended, because we've only got 7 youth academy players as it is. So Sutherland may need to calm down for the remainder of these next 78 minutes. Will be a free kick for Hartlepool, of course, after that incredible challenge. When I say incredible, I mean incredibly mistimed. I want to go Contreras, but it won't let me. It's away by Roberts. Cook. He's gone for the back of him there. Will be a yellow card, but now Ronan Cash. Can he get his way through? He's not going to get around Goodliff here. Needs some support. Again, the former Jamie Sterry. Munoz. Cook. Cash. Oh, he turns his man but can't keep control. A United chant here for Hartlepool. Well, I'm hoping it's for Hartlepool. It could be for Sutton as well, but we're at the Homestead, so it's probably Hartlepool. Good tackle, Cook. These real players might boost us a little bit at the start of the season, but then it might downgrade from there, potentially. Munoz towards Carlos Rodriguez. It's not a header from him. I think it's won by the defender. Ball through to Bugiel. Or Bugiel, how do I pronounce it? Bugiel. What I do know is it's gone from Bugiel there. And it'll be a save and a corner. Alistair Smith getting a booking for Sutton after that going for the back of Cook earlier on. Arguably a red, but it's League 2, so you probably get away with the yellow for that. Corner to Sutton anyway. Stolarczyk keeping strong at his near post. I'd love to keep using Stolarczyk, but he just isn't a real player, unfortunately. So once we do get a goalkeeper in, I'm afraid Stolarczyk's out. We may keep him just in case. Not sending him back off his loan yet, but as well as this man here, Cook got to play on so it's longer. The 25-year-old that looks 40. Wait for a run from Munoz here. It's going to be a long wait because he's not running, and then it is locked on to the wrong player. Munoz try to win it back. Milsom for Sutton. Ball in. Contreras has dealt with it. The captain, the new captain, after Ferguson's departure. Munoz gets tackled, but it will be a Hartlepool throw. Sterry to Munoz. He's off on one. He needs some support. Middle though. Will he get some? Try to switch it on to his left. Ball towards Roberts is not where I really wanted it. It could fall for Rodriguez though. It won't. Well, it kind of did, but he just couldn't find his way through, unfortunately. Interception by Roberts, who's looking like a... Even though he's not a centre mid, he's looking not bad in that situation for now. Sterry picks up the interception there. Now Munoz. We've had an okay start here. 1-0 up is very good because I didn't expect us to be 1-0 up. Munoz going to try and play it back here to Contreras. Cook. Ball. Oh, it's nabbed off of Roberts. And now this could be Sutton's chance for an equaliser. It will be Sutton's chance for an equaliser. Oh, I tried to commit. Oh, he's put it wide. I messed up my words there because I thought I'd fucked it. I think I slid in. Was it Murray I'm using at centre back alongside alongside Contreras. I don't know who took the shot on there, but it was poor. It should be 1-1. Sutton may rue that chance. Still 1-0 Hartlepool. Munoz. He's got something about him, this kid. He's definitely got something about him. Ball in towards Cash. It's away to Roberts, who wins the header. Cook wins possession back. Rodriguez back out to Munoz. Rodriguez again. Now Munoz. Towards Steele. It's away again. Keeps it alive for Ronan Cash. Good. Oh, it was a good bit of play there. Good continuous bit of pressure from Hartlepool, but it's now going to go for a counter potentially for Sutton United. Jamie Sterry just going to knock it back to Stolarczyk. Oh boy, that could have been disastrous. Stolarczyk didn't, I don't think he either expected it or, well, I guess he didn't expect it because I tried to clear it immediately. He took a touch and that could have been a disaster there. We've got away with that. That's the stuff we're going to have to deal with at this level. And hope we got the other side. On the lucky side, really. It was poor from Stolarczyk. We got away with it a little bit. Oh, okay, Munoz didn't catch the man there. Contreras, 6'6", will get that away with ease. Kirk loses it though. And it's a cracking shot off the post. It should be 1-1. That deserved the goal. I'm happy it's not. Don't get me wrong. Sutherland gets it away to steal. And it's come off the Sutton player last. We're holding on a little bit here now. We're trying to create something, but it just doesn't seem to happen. Cash though now has a bit of room, and he's got a man over here. Could it be two? Rodriguez can't quite get there. It's not enough on the pass from Ronan Cash. Contreras, 6'6", doesn't really move too fast because he's 6'6", but he's solid. Oh, it's poor. It's poor. We've left space for Bugiel, and he's equalised just before the break. I thought Stolarczyk might have done a bit better at his near post as well, but we've left the space. And we've been punished. I'd argue that should be a save from Stolarczyk, to be honest, but it's the way it goes sometimes. Just before the break, our good mood is now gone. Bugiel getting his first of the season for Sutton. And that'll probably be it for the break, I think. Yeah, well, right on the stroke of half-time. Brandon Steele getting his first professional goal, giving Hartlepool the lead, but Omar Bugiel with an equaliser that Sutton probably deserve. Unfortunate. Not too bad though, we'll take that at the break. Honestly, I was expecting to be losing, so a 1-1 draw ain't too shabby. Gillingham drawing 0-0 with Grimsby. Mansfield drawing 1-1 with Doncaster. Leyton Orient 1-0 down to Stevenage. Colchester 1-0 down to, or 1-0 up against Rochdale, I should say. Newport 1-0 up against Bradford City at the Valley Parade. Sad boy hours. Tranmere Rovers 0-0 with Swindon Town. Crawley Town leading Carlisle 1-0. Second place in the voting there, Crawley. Doing well for themselves. Walsall 1-0 up over Crewe. Northampton drawing 0-0 with Salford. Stockport drawing 0-0 with Wimbledon. And Barrow drawing 0-0 with Harrogate Town. Had to sneeze. Right. Taking a look at the stats at half time then. Sutton have been the better side attacking wise. We've had more of the ball. But 1-1 at the break. 61-39 in terms of possession. 6 shots to 2 in favour of Sutton United. And they got the goal they deserved. 1.5 to 1.1. Not a bad half from the boys, honestly. Not a bad half. But not the half the fans probably want, but I'm happy with it. I'm happy to take a point off of Sutton if we can. As long as Sutherland doesn't get sent off, I'm even happier. Murray gets it away. It's only as far as Kizzy. It's one back by Sutherland, who's now been snapped. Apparently it's a clean tackle. Oh, okay. Well, I got a foot to it, to be fair. It sounded like he got a foot to it with the vibration of the controller. Murray can't make a tackle. And it's a save from Stolarczyk. Murray, as he went to make a tackle, fell over. It's a corner now to Sutton United. Good save again. I think it was Goodliff. I'm not sure 100% who it was. It might have either been Goodliff or Smith here with the header. I wasn't sure who got the connection. It was Goodliff. It's another great save from Stolarczyk. I'm hoping once we get our youth academy keeper in, he's just as good as what Stolarczyk has been for me so far. Need to keep Contreras on a bigger guy, really. Because he is 6'6". He will get it away. Oh, you are joking. You are joking. You fucking... Nah. Another good save, I should say, for Stolarczyk, but you are fucking joking. Contreras has an injury. Are you actually yanking my chain? Well, that could be a season ender before the season's already begun. Great. And we can't get it away. I'm a little bit miffed, to be honest, because I pressed to clear it. And it's the guy who shouldn't even be on the pitch still. Smith, who gives Sutton the lead. Not to mention the fact that my star player might be injured already. I'm a bit miffed because of Contreras, but I've pressed to clear it. Unfortunately, I think it's Sutherland that's the guilty party. I'm not 100% sure. It might be Murray. No, it was Murray who's the guilty party. I feel like I've cleared it, and it hasn't cleared it. And to no one's surprise, Sutton have indeed taken a goal lead in S1 now at Victoria Park. Realistically, though, Smith shouldn't be on the pitch. That should have been cleared, and my best player might be injured, so I've got bigger things to deal with. Steele, the goal scorer from the first half, who put us in the lead at that point, is now going to try and find a way to get us an equaliser, perhaps. Cash. On to Roberts. Try to find Rodriguez. Can he get it? I should have passed it to Cook. 100% should have passed it to Cook. What am I doing? I'm kind of trying to get as little amount of real player contributions as I can. Good tackle by Murray. And Contreras does no longer have the knock, which is good. And I think we've won the goal kick off it as well, which ain't too bad. Good pass to Sutherland, and now he's got a bit of room to manoeuvre. But they're putting 2 or 3 players on at a time, and we've lost the ball again. I can't pass to anyone because there's nobody on to pass to, unfortunately. I think this may be us. It was a bit of a honeymoon period when we got a lead. I think it was maybe us just coming down to earth a bit. Another great save, I can't speak, from Stolarczyk. But I think maybe at that honeymoon period. Corner, Sutton. Ball away, hopefully. No, off the line. Not sure who got it off, but fair play to you. We can counter maybe, potentially. Steele's got room here to steal in. He looks very good to steal, I can't lie. I'm really liking him so far on the ball. Rodriguez! Oh, it's an equaliser! Give all the credit in the world to the man who I didn't think would look great, but he's looked very good off that left-hand side. Brandon Steele. I think he may have to be the left winger, you know. He is contributing a goal and an assist. It's a great finish as well from Carlos Rodriguez. But all credit goes to the man on the left, Brandon Steele. And it's 2-2 now here at Victoria Park. "24 minutes to play here. Are we on for a grandstand finish in Jabu Tshabalala's first league game in charge? Carlos Rodriguez and Brandon Steele. Remember those names off the first game. I don't know if they'll be here at the end, but they've made a cracking start to their Hartlepool careers. It's an awful shot there. I'm not sure who's taking that one on, but it's gone way off target. The number 33. Just didn't fall. I think it was Angol. It was number 33. I'm not 100% though. Burgill's number 9. We'll just say yes. Sterry receiving it from Contreras, who had a knock. It is now worn off, which is I'm fucking eternally grateful for, because we just started this bloody career mode. Give me a break. Munoz. Got a run from Rodriguez here. Sterry's making the move too. Rodriguez, though, Oh, tries to cut in and take a shot off on his left. Didn't happen, unfortunately. And goal now. Might be some big defensive work needs to put in by Contreras, who hasn't done it, unfortunately. Sutherland, good interception. Ball away out to Rodriguez. Munoz. We're looking for a winner here at Victoria Park. Somehow we're in this situation where we can. It's going to be offside against Carlos Rodriguez. Ball coming through now for fucking Sutton. If they go and grab a winner after all the hard work we put in to get this point, be a little bit upset. It's dribbled off the pitch, which is absolutely fine by me. Runs down the clock for us. Like I said at the start, I'll absolutely take a point. If we could somehow, some way, get 3 here, I'll be absolutely ecstatic. I'll be over the moon. But a point to kick off would be fantastic for me, I think. Especially against Sutton, who in real life are in those playoff spots or near them, around them. Sterry continues his run through. Rodriguez. Munoz, I think he was offside anyway. Ball didn't quite make it through from Carlos Rodriguez. Contreras, good bit defending again. He's going to be a fucking star, isn't he? Contreras, it's just a matter of when. Ronan Cash. Not enough on the ball, is it? Rodriguez has come back for it, but he's been caught. It was a very soft pass from Ronan Cash and it didn't work out. And now it could be a problem. Great save, Stolarczyk. I would have thought he was going to pass it straight across back to Angol there and it'd be a lead for Sutton. But Stolarczyk again. Ball in now from Eastman. Oh, it's headed away. I'm not sure who got the header. Was it Contreras? It was not. It was number 25, whoever that was. Number 25 Steele, isn't it? Oh, it snuck in. It snuck in. How the fuck's it snuck in then? Sutton regained the lead. And as much as they deserve it, I still feel a little bit hard done by with the work we put in for the point. I don't know if that's offside. I think it's just on, obviously. It would have flagged him if it was offside. Oh, well, that's dampened my mood a little. Do we have one more in us? I don't think so, to be honest, but, you know, strange things have happened. Hisham Kasimu could have sealed the points for Sutton here at Victoria Park. Do we have one more in us here at Victoria Park? Can we kick it off how we more or less ended the United career mode with goal fests? Oh, Sutherland got caught. The foul's now been brought back to the Steele foul here. Quick to Sutherland, who finds a way through. And it's an awful ball. What the fuck was that? Contreras has left space. Oh, Jesus. Good save, Stolarczyk couldn't hold on to it. Sterry can bring it away. I mean, again, on the battle to play, Sutton do deserve this, but again, I still feel a little deflated. Oh, come on, they're kind of everything now. Can't really be complaining, can I? It's a youth academy team against a Sutton team who's probably better than ours at the moment. Out to Steele. We've got time still on our side, kinda. Cash. 7 minutes. How the fuck have we got 7 minutes? I don't exactly know, but we've got it. Cash to Steele. Wait, what? It's a robbery? They got it away, unfortunately. It's going to come to Sterry. We'll be able to build maybe one more time again. Munoz takes it around his man Milsom here. Does it again. Ball in was not for him. It was for Sterry. And now Sutton could be the ones to take it. Murray, good interception. Cook loses the ball. Maybe heartbreak here, lads. I can't lie. Sutherland tries to get the ball without. I'm trying not to get Sutherland sent off, but tackling he's not seeming to work without me just crunching him with Sutherland. Might have to just become the cruncher as we go, but Sutton corner, we got maybe a counter to get off this if we can, but even then it'd be generous if they let us. Rodriguez doesn't get there. It's going to be a goal kick, boys. Last chance to rescue a point against Sutton United. Will it be allowed? Zlarczyk telling everyone to go towards Cash. Why is it gone to the smaller striker? Steele. Cash is getting hot. Cash is getting. Sorry. No. The game's about to end, and I understand that. I'm trying to ball here with a little instant replay of the first game already. I'm trying to get it through to Cash, and he's just getting held onto. Is he getting held onto, or is he backing into the man? Can't really tell. Don't really have a camera angle where I can check it properly. It looks like he's being held onto there. I'm wanting with Steele to put the ball through to Cash to make the run, but damn it. Well, it was always going to be a long road ahead. I would have been excited with a point, but honestly, Sutton deserved 3. Oh, mate. Well, like I said, just the way she goes sometimes. Sutton deserved it. We got goals, debut goals from Steele and Rodriguez, but ultimately we fell short. Unlucky. We'll watch back for the goals that we scored though. Brandon Steele getting the ball from Cook. And a great little finish into the back end. It led us the game for a good little while before Hartlepool, or before Sutton got the equaliser just before the break. But there is Brandon Steele's first goal in a Hartlepool shirt, number 18. Maybe one for the future. I didn't really think much of him at first, but maybe he's proven me wrong. And then of course Carlos Rodriguez receiving the ball from Steele. It's a great run from Rodriguez, and he just stabs it with all his might into the right hand corner. And that, at that point, was the equaliser. Look at the run from Rodriguez, though. The movement. Steele with a nice little layoff. And even though it's a loss there's some good performances we can build on from some of these youth players. There wasn't really one outright bad youth player, to be honest. Everyone impressed me. But unfortunately, we do see the end of L here, which, looking at the stats, is probably the right result. 58 to 42 in terms of possession, 19 shots to 4, and 5.5 expected goals to 1.8. Realistically, we should have lost by a lot more, but who's counting? Got to give my personal man of the match to Zlarczyk for keeping us in for as long as he did. The game has given it to Brandon Steele, which is also very fair and very, understandable. It's probably the right call, but Zlarczyk definitely kept us in it for long enough. I think if we'd got a point or 3 points there, Zlarczyk would have got the match ball, man of the match, etc. But unfortunately, we didn't get anything out of that. Brandon Steele, though, in his first ever game, 8.1, a goal and an assist. Callum Cook with an assist and a 7.6. I was trying to keep the real players from getting contributions, but sometimes it's just got to be that way. And Carlos Rodriguez getting his first goal as a Hartlepool player as well. 7.4 rate for him. Munoz having a good day out as well. Sutherland didn't impress me too much, but he's definitely one for the future, so we'll keep him going, and we'll just put it down to first game nerves. Roberts did quite well in centre mid, despite the fact that he's not centre mid, and then Ronan Cash made the moves, just couldn't find a chance today to find a finish. As for Sutton, then their man of the match goes to Hisham Kasimu, came off the bench, scored the winner, of course, a goal and an 8 rating. Ajiboye with a 8 rating as well. Will Randall with an assist and a 7.9. Craig Eastman with an assist and a 7.9. Omar Bagil with a goal and a 7.8. And the other goal coming from the man who probably shouldn't have been on the pitch, in my opinion, but he was Alistair Smith, goal and a 7.3. And looking at their goalkeeper, Jack Rose, 4 shots as goal, 3 shots on target, 1 save, 2 conceded. Not a great record. I forgot my keeper's name, it's so confusing. Zlarczyk did better, in my opinion. That's because he did do better. So, I mean, there's stuff to take away from that. It is a loss to open this career mode, but there's a lot of work to do, and I believe we can do it. It's just going to take time. First game of season as Hartlepool manager, you probably hope for better than to kick off with a defeat. I'm not disappointed at all. I'm happy with it. We showed good points. It's just we just couldn't get the result, but it's not going to happen overnight. Like Jabu says, it's going to keep. We're going to have to keep working hard for years to come and get this squad to where we want to get it. And Carlos Rodriguez, of course, getting a goal on his first game in the league. And we will take our time with homegrown boys, but we do have plenty of young talent at the club, and most of them will feature at some point or another because it is a youth academy career mode. And Silla was not very good in pre-season, which is why we left him out here, and he's probably going to be a bit upset about it. It's the same for everyone. If players in form, so that's the working now. I have to put players in form. Unfortunately, Silla didn't fill me with confidence in pre-season, even when I was playing the playable highlights. Gamble on man of the match. Brandon Steele pays off. Lovely job, play. That's a news headline to end today's episode with. I usually do 4 games, of course, but today we're just going to go for the 1 to open up proceedings. I'm not usually one to big myself up, but I think I could have really made an impact against Sutton. Wrong opposition. We'll just try and keep him as happy as we can until we sell him. And hey, boss, I know people have been talking about the position you play me in. I just want to say I'm ready to do whatever's necessary to make it successful. I'm happy to play as midfielder if that's part of your plan. I don't need to do it for the team. It's not going to be a long-term thing. It's just, I don't know why the morale went down there as well, but it's just for starters because we need to find some good players. Some more good players at the youth academy. I'll be keeping an eye on these boys here. As soon as one of them turns 16, they're getting dragged up to the main squad. And we've got a good bunch of fellers here, I think. Some obviously won't stick around for the long term, but I think they'll all make some kind of appearance at some point in this season, which is why I've kept them about. So at the current moment, our youth academy consists of Harry Howell, Douglas Moffat, Curtis Flynn, Malcolm Kay, Bryn Roberts, Shane McDonald, and Alex Wright. And the youth players in the team go by the names of Rafa Contreras, who is already my favourite player. I'm just going straight up out the gate. He looks so good and he's got potential, surely. Aidan Sutherland as well from Scotland. He looks very good as well. An exciting prospect out the gate is brilliant. Where is the next one? Ethan Roberts. We don't know his potential yet. He's only 56 rated, but I think there's something there for him. It's just about when we're going to get to play him on the wing, because I was going to play him on the wing, but we'll get to him in a second as to why we haven't played him on the wing. Martin Munoz, not too shabby off the right. Will take a bit of time, obviously, to settle in, but I quite like him, and he looks quite good. Our Spanish man on the right-hand side. And this is the reason why I'm a bit concerned about whether to play Ethan Roberts on the wing or not, because Brandon Steele has come in, and he's got a goal and an assist in his first ever appearance. Now, I think he's working on a left-wing development plan, isn't he? So I'm wondering, what do we do there? Do we continue on with Brandon Steele? Do we give Ethan Roberts a chance? Well, as we continue on, of course, I'll probably switch in between them both, just to see what they're both capable of. Ronan Cash as well, another of the Youth Academy players who's made it to the main side, 52 rated. He doesn't look incredible, but to start with, he's good enough, and that's what I need at the moment. All I need is good enough, continuous poaching drills, and hopefully get that striking ability up a little bit. With Carlos Rodriguez, of course, a striker as well, playing alongside him. Only 48 shooting. I'm wondering, is he maybe not a striker? I'm considering maybe moving him at some point. But for now, the only real other place he can go is winger. I don't really need another winger. So for now, Rodriguez stays up top. We may move him about at some point. But he got his first goal today as well. So very happy with that. And those are all the youth players. The rest of them are real players, which we'll move on in our own time. So take a look at the standings there. Of course, we've got a Carabao Cup match to kick off next episode. That'll be a playable highlight game, I believe. I don't think I'll be playing that one because I realistically, at this point in the career mode, do not care about the Carabao Cup. Maybe when we get further on and we want to win a couple of trophies, then yes. But at the moment, we're thinking too far ahead. At the moment, we're not caring. So we will playable highlight that one. In the league, We start in 16th, which ain't too bad. Say we lost 3-2 defeat to Sutton, which again isn't too bad. 2 players getting their first goals for the club. We did concede 3, however, so it is a loss. Like I said, 3-2 loss, of course. At the moment, the bottom 2, the teams that could or that would get relegated to the National League, consist of Rochdale, who lost 3-1 on the opening day, and Carlisle, who lost 2-0. Now, at the top of the table, who had the good starts then opening the season? Colchester sit top with a 3-1 win. Crawley in second place with a 2-0 win. I'm wondering if we came to the right club. No, I'm joking. Hartlepool won on votes, so Hartlepool is what we're doing, and that's absolutely fine by me. I couldn't decide. That's the main reason I put the voting poll out. So, like we said, Colchester top, Crawley second, Sutton third. So far, the win over us puts them into third place, into that final automatic promotion spot. Bear in mind, we are a single game in, so this could all change. In fact, it will all change as the season progresses. Mansfield Town, Stevenage, Harrogate Town, and Salford City are all involved in that playoff position as well. And as we read down, Bradford in 10th. Okay, not too bad. Newport in 11th. I'm just looking at where the teams I put in the vote are, really, and then Rochdale 23rd. So that will end the first episode of Hartlepool United Road to Glory Career Mode. I know it's not a great episode to kick off on by just doing one full game, but we've met the squad. We've got some talents in that we can work on. We'll have to really work on getting the rest of the players out of the squad, bringing in some more youth talent, and getting it properly going next episode. So next episode, we'll probably get to the end of August, will we not? We will. So we'll have the playable highlights against Wycombe. We'll probably play Carlisle. We'll probably play all the league games there. One out of those 5 league games will get a simulation or playable highlights treatment. So we'll go up to Harrogate next episode, which will be away at Harrogate. So, like I said, Wycombe will get playable highlighted, then the away to Carlisle, home to Crewe, away to Salford, home to Wimbledon, and away to Harrogate. I think most likely we'll probably sim this home game or playable highlight this home game against Crewe. But we will see next episode. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, the opening episode of this new Road to Glory. And I apologise if the way I'm doing these episodes isn't great, but we need to I don't want to be pacing around in the lower leagues till we're in like September, just before EA FC 24 comes out. And by the time it comes out, I've got like 3 weeks to get from the Championship to Champions League. So I kind of want to... I'm going to like speed it up a little bit, but it's not going to be like unenjoyable. I think we're all going to enjoy this career mode and see these players grow. It's just a couple of games I am going to just speed through a bit quicker. It's 6 games per episode, which means we'll probably do this first season within 10 episodes. It's not too bad. I think it's okay. Of course, if it's disliked, then I could always try to find a different way to go about it. But that is the way I'm starting it. If there's an easier way or a better way or another way, there is a suggestion that I can get through these episodes without maybe not playable highlights, but maybe just doing... I mean, I don't really know how else to do it because I do want to get a good few games. I want to do more than 4 per episode, but I want to keep playing 4 games fully. And then simming 2, I think, or playable highlighting 2, whichever I go with on that situation, is probably the correct move. But if anyone has any other idea on how to go about it, suggestions are more than welcome, of course, in the comments. And, of course, once again, if there's any countries you want me to scout after these initial ones, please leave a comment and I will write them down on a list and remember to scout them, hopefully. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the first episode of what will be a long and hopefully enjoyable series. And I will see you on Wednesday for the next episode of the Hartlepool United Road to Glory Youth Academy Career Mode on FIFA 23. Peace, everyone.